So we're going to fight in Atlantis. Why not? Hope you brought your raincoat and your flippers. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way.
It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Just missed with that jab. Can't score with that jab. Catch and shoot. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a fight.
Here we go. It's round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twist you do. So you've got to fight. A counter punch is smart.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. It appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Let's talk about Roy Jones in the... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Back and forth they go. He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter punch. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We wanted action, and they are delivering. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Jab not finding its target. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about... There's the bell to start round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Here's a scoring blow. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. His stamina is off the charts. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Rocky Marciano was supposed to be the one knocking this guy out. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down! Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
I need to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
On to the 6th round. Gotta get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
That uppercut does not score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Perfect counter lands. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. They exchange punches. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? Here we go. It's round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. Both men step back for just a moment. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are. Oh, my word! Down goes RJJ! And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. About Roy Jones. And there's the bell for round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
There's a counter shot. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. You'd like to see more jabs. So far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. It is a draw. No winners and no losers here.
What a fight. What a battle. I'm exhausted watching it myself. And you know what? I'm happy it's a draw because nobody deserves to lose. And
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine.
And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. Terrence.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha,
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Close the door, close the curtains. This is it. Let me enjoy myself right now.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? So much for boxing. This is a fight. Straight right just misses. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
You just see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. That counter punch caught him clean. Just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dom.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
If you're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Those counter-punches have to hurt. That uppercut's blocked. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice job getting that punch through. And he just missed with that left jab. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. 10 seconds left. That was almost a 10. Let's get it started in round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Can't land the jab there. Counter punching. Well done with that counter shot. They exchange punches. Straight right just misses. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Great work. I love that. I love that. Jab slick. Just keep...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction.
Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I've got to see that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. Incredible work rate. Both men step back for just a moment. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down.
On to the 5th we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
A perfect counter shot. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Taj, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big... There's the bell for round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Not a lot of defense here at all. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with that jab. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Push.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. There's the bell for round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Punch lands. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Good punch. A straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. He is down big time. There's the bell to start round 8. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Hey, those punches add up. So much firepower here. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game.
out there, he will win this one.
thought a man smarter, but you never thought it out. Curse, kill them all. Let the Lord sort them out.
Sheesh. Man. Alright, so I'll tell you that needs to go. Yeah, that first break. He was ass sick. It was just the game working against me.